I really have not been buying a lot of beauty products lately. Hence why you haven't seen a Mercedes shops from me in a while. I've been doing very targeted shopping. So I saved up everything that I've gotten, I guess probably over the last month, and it's still not even that much stuff. So the first part of this video is beauty products, and then I am going to include some prenatal, baby, postpartum products that I've been buying. As you can imagine, when you are pregnant and preparing for a baby, a lot of your attention goes towards getting all of that sorted. But also a lot of my beauty products and things that I've been testing have been coming through beauty PR. And I'm going to make a separate video. I think I'm actually just gonna sit here and film it right after this. Sort of what's new at LAMOUR HQ, which is going to be beauty PR. So if you have a hankering to see what beauty products I've been testing, a lot of that stuff has been sent to me, and I'm just gonna put it in a new video. I know some people don't want to see that kind of stuff, some people do. This video is filled with all things that I have purchased myself. So let's start with the last time that I was in Credo, which I think was last month. It's probably been about a month, and I only got one thing. We all know what these little red boxes mean. I actually misspoke in my most recent favorites video when I talked about the Ilia True Serum foundation being the last foundation that I invested in for my upcoming foundation lineup video. The last official one I decided to add is the Care Weiss. I have tried this in years past as a sample, but I've never owned the full size. I owed it to myself, I owed it to you to have this beautiful product in my life. I got it in the shade Paper Thin. They did color match me there. This was always the shade that I thought that I was. It's one of like the original shades that they came out with. They've come out with many more gradations of shades in this foundation. It is a much fuller coverage type of product. It's a little heavier. I had just been so happy with my Care Weiss cream products, like the blush and the highlight and even the lipstick is used as a cheek color. The longevity of Care Weiss cream products is really exceptional. You will be seeing it reviewed extensively and compared to other foundations in my foundation lineup video, which everyone is asking me about, and I promise I'm gonna try and do it. Around the same time I picked up the Care Weiss foundation, I also had some credit to use in Sephora, and I think maybe you've already seen all of this stuff, but just for posterity's sake, why don't we go through it? This was all in one order. I ended up going into a Sephora. Several of the things were out of stock, so I had to order them separately. So these two things, I had them mailed to my house. The first was also in my favorites video, the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder in the mini. A lot of people seem very intrigued about this, and I totally think because they do this little mini size, which is a lot of product, I think it's totally worth the $18 or $19. Put it on your VIB shopping list. That sale is going to be coming up. It's usually in November, I believe. So I've really been liking that a lot. And then if you remember from my disappointing products video, we are done at LAMOUR with Glossier. We are done with Boy Brow, which has been a long-standing favorite product of mine. So I have gone back to just using Anastasia brow definer, and I decided to pick up a Brow Wiz. The Brow Wiz in medium brown. I like having both because I do like to create a little bit more of an arch, and it's a little harder to do with the blunt tip of the brow definer. So I generally use the Brow Wiz to sort of create the arch and the tail, and then I go in with the brow definer to fill in the front parts of the brow that need just sort of some shading and coloring and not as much sculpting. More precision, faster. I really like these. If you decide to tune in to my What's New at LAMOUR HQ PR, I am testing the new Juice Beauty brow gels, so I'll mention those in that video because I did receive those to test. This was also in my recent favorites video. This is quite redundant, but the NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencil in the shade Damned. I am wearing it today. It's such a good fall color. A lot of people commented and said that they felt similarly. So the formula of these is just really good. Obviously not eco or holistic in any sense of the word, but beautiful product, beautiful finish. I'm a big fan. So I haven't ordered from Derm Store in a hot minute, but they happened to have a cluster of brands and things that I was interested in testing slash replacing. As we move into winter, I always pick up an Arcona eye dew. I actually don't need any eye products right now. I'm testing a bunch. It's sort of weird how that happens. You'll sort of have a dearth of a particular product in your stash, whether it's cleansers, toners, serums, eye products, and then all of a sudden a bunch pop in to start testing. I guess at least that's my case, doing what I do at LAMOUR. I'm testing a ton of eye products right now, and for the longest time I was using one or two. I've talked about this so much and in so many places. I think in my recent Q&A video here on YouTube, I talked about this as one of my most repurchased holistic beauty products. By the way, I'm slowly making the transition away from saying eco beauty, and I've been saying holistic beauty. I've struggled with like what to label or call my approach or proclivity towards beauty products. Everything from eco, green, clean, non-toxic. I don't want to use those words just because of how problematic the space has gotten. But words like holistic, conscious, intelligent, those are kind of the ones that I like better, although they can sound like a little bit pretentious, potentially, depending on context. Anyway, Arcona is a great brand. This is so good for just hydration. It's not really, it doesn't have like any intense anti-aging ingredients, but if you just have dry under eyes in the winter and you want like a gel, it's almost like having an eye mask in eye serum form. I only use it at night, even though it's called AM. I can't use this in the morning, but it's like a can't live without product for me. I picked up 2 bottles, replacements of the Evolve H Ultra Shine Moisture Shampoo and Moisture Conditioner. I actually desperately need to get my hair trimmed, and I feel like it's been a little bit limp this week. And it's like all of a sudden my hair will be totally behaving, super manageable. And then from one week to the next, it's usually around 12 to 14 weeks after I've last had it cut. I feel like the ends get really transparent and it just stops behaving and like having volume. And it's really a function of needing to be trimmed, I think, more than anything else. So as my hair has been really dry while being pregnant, I had returned to these, and they just create beautiful, bouncy, shiny, moisturized, manageable hair. I've been using Evolve H products for a long, long time when I used to get the Petty War box. And then lastly, I saw that they carry the By Terry mascara Terribly in the travel size. It's like the travel size mascara is like 20 bucks or something. Wait, let me see. Yeah, this little travel size is 20. Just felt like trying a new mascara. By Terry is one of those brands. It's so funny to me. It's almost like has a bit of an elder quality to it. I know that sounds really bad. I don't mean to sound ageist, but it's not like a young, vibrant brand really. But to me, it has always seemed just ultra luxe and refined. But some of it can seem like a little old and stodgy at the same time. So I don't know why I'm like sharing those weird impressions I have of the brand, but looking forward to trying the mascara. I'm actually gonna open it right now and look at the wand because I'm just gonna start using it. So yeah, it's a natural bristle brush. It actually looks a little bit like the Chantecaille mascara, maybe. I have been listening to the Birth Hour podcast, and one of the sponsors for one of the podcast episodes, and trust me, like I don't know, I'm so averse to all forms of social media marketing. I'm very aware that that's what's happening. So I was listening to the sponsor talk, and it was all about the Earth Mama Organics products. And I have been using Earth Mama since it was Earth Mama Angel Baby, and they used to be carried on Vitacost, and I really liked the quality of the products. So they've done this rebrand into just Earth Mama Organics. So they're no longer Earth Mama Angel Baby, it's just Earth Mama Organics. They seem to have sort of like cleaned up the range, streamlined it, and I've heard so many good things about their prenatal, postpartum, and baby products from lots of moms that I know. So I decided to stock up. I placed an order on Pharmaca. They don't carry everything, so I placed a separate order through the Earth Mama Organics site itself. I got 2 different teas. I got the 3rd trimester tea, which I have been drinking, and then I got the Milkmaid tea, which is to boost milk production, even though I have no idea what my breast milk supply is going to be. I figured it couldn't hurt if I am one of those people that has oversupply, they actually have a tea that can help you regulate breast milk production if you're an oversupplier. Okay, then I thought I only ordered one. The Herbal Sitz Bath helps soothe prenatal and postpartum nether regions. A bunch of different ways you can use these. You can use it as a traditional sitz bath, which is kind of like a steaming or steeping process, or you can cool the steeped pads themselves and apply them directly to your area where you've just had a baby. Just kind of something good to have around in a postpartum kit. Then I got, they call them booby tubes. They're the gel-free breast packs for breastfeeding. I heard that these are good to have around. You can use them hot or cold. So they look like this. They're gel-free, made with organic cotton shell and filled with all-natural flaxseed. When they're heated, they deliver warm, moist heat, and when they're cool, it's sort of like a cooling comfort. So heat can help encourage milk flow, avoid clogged ducts, and help promote letdown, and cold is used to reduce swelling, tenderness from engorgement, and weaning. So I just thought that these were something good to have around. Even if, like, I have friends that have stocked up on stuff like this, and some things they have been a lifesaver and some things they've never used. I just kind of want to be prepared. Anything I don't use, I can pass on to friends, you know, whatever. Pharmaca also carries Zoe Organics, and I wanted to pick up their baby essentials set. So I've been stocking up on various different kinds of baby beauty products because I don't know what our baby will like or how sensitive the skin will be. Also because I want to create like different stations around the house, like downstairs having a bath wash and a diaper balm, upstairs where the nursery is and all of that, having a set of stuff. I figure we'll use it. It can't hurt to have too much. So this little set comes with a diaper balm, a baby oil, and a bath wash. One of you commented on Instagram that you remembered the eco pregnancy videos that I did with my friend Jo when she had just had her daughter Emilia. This is like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. It's been quite a while. I had gifted her some of the Zoe Organics baby products, and I remember her saying that her baby really liked the baby oil. And if you also remember from that video, I'll link them down below. We did 2 of them. Jo had this really great idea to avoid diaper rash, which is that, and I don't think you do this like when they're newborns, but as they get a little bit older, instead of always using a wipe, which I think can get sort of irritating even if you use, you know, free and clear wipes or water wipes like I have stocked up on. If you just take the baby over to the sink and kind of wash their bottom with a gentle bath wash and then re-diaper them, apparently it can really help with diaper rash. So I wanted to keep a bottle of bath wash downstairs in case I need to change the baby down here, diaper balm, and I want to do like little baby massage with this little baby oil. I placed this separate order directly from Earth Mama Organics. They have a bunch of little travel sizes, which I was excited to see. For baby products, I wanted to also try the Earth Mama baby wash. I also wanted to try their diaper balm. You just kind of never know like what's gonna work with your baby. Okay, and then the rest that I got is for moi. These are some of the most raved about products from Earth Mama Organics that I've heard people talk about like over and over, word of mouth. The herbal perineal spray and the organic perineal balm, particularly this one, is going in my hospital bag. When you don't want to have anything really like in contact down there, just having a spray to help soothe the area right after you've had a vaginal delivery is apparently very, very helpful. Actually, my acupuncturist just recommended this and I was like, yeah, everyone talks about this. So I'm really glad I have this. This is good if you are trying to heal any sort of tearing or just kind of getting the skin back there soothed and sort of back to normal. I think this is better sort of weeks and months down the line after the active recovery of vaginal delivery is over. I wanted to try the nipple butter, although I have a big jar of the Zoe Organics nipple butter that someone gave me at my baby shower. And I've also heard that just using breast milk, if you're having any kind of nipple problems, can generally help solve it as well. But you know, it can't hurt, and I'm a product junkie, so clearly that's transferring over into my prenatal, postpartum baby perspective as well. And then I'm on the tail end of finishing up my pie belly oil, and I kind of wanted to try the Earth Mama belly oil to deal with stretch mark prevention, which is something I have a lot more to say on and probably just needs to be in a separate video. Okay, and then lastly, this actually just showed up yesterday, I think, and I haven't had a chance to look at it, but I thought I would mention it. It's the book Nurture by Erica Chidi Cohen, a modern guide to pregnancy, birth, early motherhood, and trusting yourself and your body. One of you recommended this to me. I have already had so many books recommended to me. I have a huge stack. I've like gotten through 2 or 3. Yeah, I just liked the sort of philosophy behind the woman who wrote the book. She's a doula, chef, and co-founder. It sounds like a nonprofit called Loom, which provides education services and community to the pregnant, parenting, and reproductively curious. I've been very big on community-centered birth. The doula network that we're using is like very community-centric and, you know, offer birth classes bilingually and things like that. So having a more community-focused approach to birth and having a community around having babies has been something that I've been, you know, really interested in and curious about. So I'm excited to dive into this. Like, this is the thing about being pregnant and having a baby, is like everyone has so much unsolicited advice. And I've learned a lot, but it's really overwhelming. And that's one of the reasons I waited so long to even say that I was pregnant, because I just didn't really like want to hear it. Honestly, one of the biggest things I have learned from being pregnant is to be like really selective. At least for me, it was important to be really selective about who I sought out advice from, really only from sort of like a trusted small number of people. So it's a little like uncomfortable for me to be talking about it on such a public platform now, because I just know that lots and lots of thoughts and, you know, recommendations and suggestions and stuff will start pouring in. And it gives me like a little bit of anxiety, to be honest, because I kind of just want to like do my thing and like stay in my lane and like share it, but it's difficult. So I've had a lot of issues negotiating the boundaries around pregnancy and having a baby, and like I'm testing the waters here, I guess, by talking about products, and we'll see how it goes. Let me resituate, and I'm gonna film the what's new at LAMOUR HQ, which will be all beauty products and no baby chat whatsoever. Thank you so much as always for watching. Everything I talked about will be listed and linked below, and I hope I'll see you in this upcoming PR beauty video.